There comes a moment in life when everything shifts, when the universe whispers gently yet firmly, nudging your heart toward a path you never imagined. It might start as a feeling, subtle and almost imperceptible, like a soft wind brushing against your soul, stirring emotions you thought had long settled. You begin to notice patterns, coincidences that feel too deliberate to be random, encounters that leave your heart racing in ways that defy logic. And then it happens. God aligns you with someone younger, someone whose energy awakens a part of you that you thought had faded. At first, the notion might unsettle you. Society has its rules, its judgments, its expectations about age, maturity, and timing. But deep inside, there's a knowing, a quiet recognition that this connection is not bound by the norms of the world but by the divine rhythm of the universe itself. This younger partner isn't just a romantic interest. They are a mirror, reflecting the parts of yourself you've neglected, the dreams you've buried, the courage you thought you had lost. Their presence is like sunlight breaking through a stormy sky, illuminating corners of your heart that have long been shadowed. With them, conversations flow effortlessly, laughter comes easily, and moments of silence feel like sacred spaces where your souls speak without words. There's an innocence and a vibrancy in their energy that reminds you of the magic you once felt when life was new and every possibility shimmered just out of reach. You may feel vulnerable at first. Vulnerability can be frightening, especially when it comes wrapped in the thrill of a connection that challenges your preconceived notions. Your mind may question, your heart may tremble, but your spirit, your truest, deepest self, recognizes the truth. It recognizes that this alignment is purposeful, orchestrated by forces far greater than any human reasoning. It is not a casual encounter, not a fleeting attraction, but a meeting of souls meant to teach, to heal, to grow, and to love in ways that transcend the ordinary. The reason for this divine alignment is as profound as it is beautiful. Sometimes, it is about reclaiming joy that you lost along the way, rediscovering the lightness of being that life's responsibilities and challenges have dimmed. Sometimes, it is about learning patience and humility, as the younger partner brings perspectives untainted by the weight of cynicism, reminding you that life is not only about endurance but about savoring each fleeting, exquisite moment. Often, it is about mutual growth, a sacred dance where both partners elevate one another, learning and unlearning lessons that only the heart can truly grasp. Emotion courses through every interaction. You feel exhilaration when they enter the room, a pulse of excitement that seems to awaken every nerve ending. You feel tenderness in the quiet gestures, the way their hand might brush yours, the way their eyes linger with unspoken affection. There's a profound sense of being seen, of being understood in ways that words cannot capture. Even when challenges arise, as they inevitably will, there is a sense of sacred purpose behind each hurdle, a gentle reminder that love is not measured in ease but in depth, resilience, and authenticity. This connection invites reflection. You are called to examine your own life with honesty, to confront insecurities and societal judgments that have shaped your self-perception. You are reminded that age is not a barrier but a dimension of experience, and that love, when aligned by divine purpose, transcends temporal limitations. The younger partner brings with them not just vitality but a fresh lens through which you can view the world, reigniting passions and dreams that might have dimmed over time. There is a youthful curiosity in their gaze, a hunger for exploration, and in their laughter, a reminder that life's beauty often lies in the simplest, most spontaneous moments. Every shared experience carries a heightened sense of awareness. Walks under the fading light of evening, conversations that stretch into the early hours, quiet mornings filled with shared smiles, these moments are not trivial. They are the universe's way of teaching you presence, patience, and profound gratitude. There's a sense that time itself bends, that every heartbeat is amplified, that the ordinary becomes extraordinary simply because it is shared with someone whose soul resonates with yours in ways that feel eternal. Spiritual growth is inevitable in such a union. You learn to surrender, to trust, to let go of the need to control every outcome. The younger partner becomes a guide in subtle, often invisible ways, showing you that love is not a transaction or a performance but a sacred exchange of energy, empathy, and vulnerability. You discover a depth of compassion within yourself that you might never have known existed, a willingness to embrace imperfection with grace, and a courage to pursue joy unapologetically. There are moments of doubt, yes. Society can be loud with its skepticism, your own mind can be noisy with fear. But each time you feel hesitation, you are reminded that this connection is divinely guided. You are reminded that the heart knows truths that the mind cannot always comprehend, that love, pure, aligned, intentional, does not adhere to rules set by the world but by the soul. There is a sacredness in this alignment, a recognition that you and this younger partner are co-creators of a shared journey that is as transformative as it is beautiful. Emotion swells like tides within you. There are moments of sheer joy, where laughter feels like a song and every touch sparks an electric warmth. There are moments of quiet intimacy, where words are unnecessary, and presence alone is enough. And there are moments of challenge, where patience and understanding are tested, yet even in these moments, there is beauty, because each obstacle is an invitation to deepen trust, empathy, and connection. This divine alignment teaches you to embrace life fully, to shed old fears, and to honor your desires without guilt. It reminds you that love is not confined by age, status, or expectation but is a force that moves through time, defying logic, redefining possibility, and illuminating the heart in ways that feel miraculous. Your soul feels lighter, more expansive, more attuned to the rhythm of the universe, because it is finally in harmony with a kindred spirit who reflects your own light back to you with clarity and devotion. Through this journey, you discover a profound truth, that love's power lies not in possession or permanence but in awakening, transformation, and the courage to embrace life fully, with all its unpredictability and wonder. You learn to celebrate differences, to honor the lessons of age and experience, and to welcome the fresh perspectives and vitality that a younger partner brings into your life. Every smile, every glance, every shared breath becomes a testament to the miraculous nature of divine alignment, a reminder that the universe conspires in beautiful ways when hearts are open, trusting, and willing to receive love without reservation. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, you notice the shifts within yourself. There is a newfound lightness in your step, a renewed excitement for the future, and a deeper sense of peace with the past. You understand that this connection is not about labels, not about conformity, but about soul resonance, the kind of bond that transcends time and circumstance. You realize that age is merely a number, that love is timeless, and that the purpose of this alignment is to awaken the fullness of your being, to remind you of your worth, and to invite you into a life of profound joy, connection, and spiritual fulfillment. The journey continues, filled with moments of awe, tenderness, and revelation. Each day brings new opportunities to deepen understanding, to practice patience, and to celebrate the beauty of shared experiences. Each challenge becomes a lesson in resilience, each embrace a reminder of the sacredness of presence, and each laugh a testimony to the joy that love, aligned, intentional, and divinely orchestrated, can bring into life. And as you walk this path together, you begin to see the full picture. The alignment was never accidental. It was a deliberate, divine orchestration, designed to touch your heart, expand your soul, and illuminate the infinite possibilities that arise when love transcends convention. You feel gratitude in its purest form, a deep, unshakable knowing that this connection is a gift, a blessing, and a journey that will continue to unfold in miraculous ways. In the end, the reason for this alignment is simple yet profound, to remind you that love is not bound by age, expectation, or fear. It is a force that moves through the universe, guiding hearts toward each other with perfect timing and divine precision. It is a reminder that every connection has a purpose, every encounter carries meaning, and every soul you meet has the potential to awaken a part of you that you never knew existed. With this younger partner, you are not just experiencing love, you are experiencing transformation, renewal, and the extraordinary beauty of a life aligned with divine intention. As days turn into weeks, you begin to notice the subtle shifts in your inner world. There's a newfound softness in your heart, a gentle surrender to life that you didn't know was possible. Where once there may have been guardedness, caution, or even fear, now there is curiosity, a willingness to explore, to feel, to embrace the unexpected. Your younger partner becomes more than just a presence, they become a catalyst, unlocking emotions that have been buried beneath years of routine, responsibility, and sometimes disappointment. Their energy is electric, vibrant, and undeniably alive, yet it is tender, sensitive, and attuned to your own rhythms. You catch yourself thinking about them in moments of quiet reflection, their laughter replaying like a favorite melody, their gaze lingering in your memory long after they've gone. You marvel at how someone so young can bring a depth of understanding that feels almost otherworldly. And in that marveling, a wave of gratitude washes over you. Gratitude not just for their presence in your life but for the divine orchestration that brought you together. You realize that every past heartbreak, every lesson learned, every period of waiting was preparing you for this precise alignment, shaping you into someone capable of fully receiving and giving this extraordinary love. There is an innocence to their way of loving, a freshness that reminds you of your own youth and the dreams you once held tightly. Yet, there is also wisdom beyond their years, an intuitive understanding of connection and authenticity that leaves you both awed and humbled. With them, love is no longer something theoretical, something to be guarded or measured. It is something you feel with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every glance and touch. It is an experience that defies logic, that stretches the limits of your imagination, that reminds you of the boundless capacity of the human heart. And as you navigate this connection, you notice the world around you changing too. Colors seem brighter, ordinary moments feel miraculous, and even challenges take on a new meaning. When disagreements arise, as they inevitably do, there is a sense of sacredness in the resolution. Each argument is no longer just a clash of wills but an opportunity to understand, to empathize, to strengthen the bond that the universe has carefully woven. There is patience, there is grace, and most importantly, there is a recognition that the love you share is a gift to be nurtured, cherished, and honored. Emotion becomes a language all its own. Joy is no longer fleeting, it is amplified in shared moments of spontaneity and laughter. Tenderness becomes tangible, almost palpable, in the way they touch your hand, brush your hair away from your face, or simply sit beside you in quiet companionship. Even in silence, you feel a connection that transcends words, a sacred intimacy that tells you, without question, that you are seen, known, and deeply cherished. The spiritual lessons are profound. You learn that love is not bound by societal constructs, that age is not a measure of compatibility or worthiness. You learn that divine timing is perfect, even when it challenges your assumptions, and that trust in the universe, in your partner, and in yourself, is the foundation of every meaningful connection. You discover that vulnerability is not a weakness but a doorway to deeper intimacy, and that courage is not the absence of fear but the willingness to embrace love despite it. There are nights when you lie awake, heart full, mind racing, reflecting on the path that brought you here. You think of the people, the experiences, and the choices that led to this moment, and you feel a deep, reverent awe at the intricate design of the universe. You feel gratitude for every twist and turn, for every heartbreak and lesson, because they have all conspired to create a space where this love can exist in its fullest, most radiant form. With each shared experience, you notice subtle yet profound growth within yourself. You become more attuned to your own emotions, more compassionate toward your partner, and more aware of the beauty in everyday moments. There is a lightness to your spirit, a sense of playfulness and wonder that you thought might have been lost to the years. And in their presence, you are reminded that love is not about perfection, it is about authenticity, about showing up fully, about giving and receiving without reservation. The world may still cast its judgments, may still whisper doubts, may still raise eyebrows at the age difference. But these external voices lose their power in the face of a love so clearly guided by divine intention. You learn to stand in your truth, to honor your heart, and to recognize that the only validation that truly matters is that which comes from within and from the universe itself. You realize that this alignment is sacred, not because it conforms to societal norms, but because it awakens something eternal within you, a sense of purpose, joy, and love that transcends all boundaries. Every encounter becomes a lesson in presence. Even the smallest gestures, a shared smile, a lingering touch, a whispered word of affection, carry weight, meaning, and resonance. You begin to live more fully in each moment, appreciating the fleeting beauty of time and the depth of connection that comes from meeting someone soulfully aligned with your own journey. You feel an expansion of heart, a deepening of awareness, and a sense of being exactly where you are meant to be, at exactly the right time. And slowly, as the connection deepens, you come to understand the true reason for this divine alignment. It is not merely companionship, nor is it simply romance. It is about awakening, to your own capacity for love, to the beauty of the present moment, to the limitless potential of a heart willing to open fully. It is about rediscovering joy, reclaiming vitality, and learning to trust in the guidance of the universe. It is about realizing that love, when divinely orchestrated, is transformative, healing, and profoundly life-affirming. And then, in a quiet moment, perhaps a shared sunrise, a soft evening, or the gentle stillness of a room filled only with your presence, you feel it fully, the magnitude of what has unfolded, the beauty of what has been aligned, and the profundity of what continues to grow. You realize that this love was never about age, circumstance, or societal expectations. It was about the heart, the soul, and the divine orchestration that brought two energies together for a purpose far greater than either of you could have imagined. You see now that every step of the journey, every moment of waiting, every heartbreak, every doubt, was leading you here, to this sacred alignment that touches you so deeply it leaves your soul trembling with awe. You feel gratitude swelling inside you, not just for the younger partner who reflects your own vitality, your own joy, and your own vulnerability, but for yourself, for showing up, for trusting, for opening your heart to what the universe intended all along. In their eyes, you see the reflection of your truest self, a self that is capable of boundless love, courageous vulnerability, and unwavering joy. In your presence, they find inspiration, guidance, and comfort. Together, you create a harmony that transcends words, a connection that defies logic, and a love that feels eternal. Every laugh shared, every touch, every glance carries the weight of divine intention, reminding you that the universe conspires beautifully when hearts are ready to receive. And as you hold each other close, you understand the deepest truth of this alignment. Love is not just an emotion. It is awakening. It is transformation. It is the recognition that life, in all its twists, turns, and surprises, leads you to exactly where you are meant to be. You feel your heart expand with a joy so profound, it almost feels like it could burst, a joy that reminds you that miracles are real, that divine timing is perfect, and that the soul knows what the mind often cannot comprehend. You realize that the purpose of this connection is not simply to be together but to elevate, to heal, and to illuminate each other in ways that leave permanent imprints on your hearts. You are reminded that love has no age, no rules, no boundaries. It is sacred, intentional, and transformative. And in this truth, you find peace. You find freedom. You find the courage to live fully, love deeply, and trust wholly. And so, as you walk this path together, hand in hand, heart to heart, you carry with you the knowledge that this alignment was divinely orchestrated. That the universe, in its infinite wisdom, has guided you to a love that awakens your soul, that touches your heart, and that transforms your life in ways that are beyond comprehension. You carry with you gratitude, joy, and reverence, for your partner, for yourself, and for the miraculous unfolding of life's perfect design. And in this sacred union, you finally understand, love is not about fitting into expectations, it is about embracing destiny. It is not about measuring the years, it is about feeling the depth. It is not about knowing all the answers, but about trusting the journey. And in trusting, in surrendering, in opening fully to the divine alignment of your hearts, you discover a love so profound, so tender, so transformative, that it changes you forever. You smile, feeling the warmth of their hand in yours, the steady rhythm of their heartbeat against your chest, and the quiet certainty that this was meant to be. The universe has aligned you for a reason, and that reason, though it may unfold over a lifetime, is already touching you in ways that words cannot fully capture. And in that touch, in that presence, in that perfect, sacred alignment, you find everything: love, purpose, joy, and the undeniable truth that when God aligns your heart with another, even one younger, it is nothing short of miraculous.